everything has a function. And what we understand is that even people who are in throes of a psychotic break, may not be rational, but they are still generally logical. So if we can understand that the brain's main goal is to protect us from pain. And so even things like depression and suicidality, well, their goal is ultimately to say, hey, I don't want to feel any pain anymore. What would stop that? So whether it's addiction, whether it's whatever, I want to have a feeling of control over my pain. So almost everything that our brain does and creates for us is logical, even when it's not rational, is to protect us from pain. And so this idea of even no matter if even things like people will say, well, how could a person, be suicidal if the main goal is protect? Well, because there's this thought, if I die, I will not experience any more pain.
It seems pretty logical to me.
100%. Or even things like addiction, or even things like someone might say, well, what about self-injury? And self-injury is very misunderstood. It's a way of controlling my pain. So in a world where so many things are out of my control, I can control this aspect. I can control when the pain comes, when it doesn't. So everything that, I see in my office, if we can help people to understand the functions of their behavior, now we can substitute a different way of getting that same thing done. And that's why, again, the title of my podcast is Not Allowed to Die, because that's my only rule. You can do whatever it takes to get you through this world. You're just not allowed to die, because we can substitute one thing for another until we get to the healthiest possible choice. But if we're dead, we can't make any more choices.
There's no more substitutes.
Nope. That's it.
I think that's a beautiful mission.